Good evening and welcome back to Foundry. We are ready to put in our Tekken. The xenoferrite is running. It is doing things. It is producing xenoferrite, which is very nice. I don't have a button for it because I didn't think that far ahead. Probably should have like a container here where the plates go in and then come out again. So but this is technically doing enough to run a Mark 1 belt anyway, so we shouldn't ever have to worry about anything slowing down us. So it should be fun. It should be fun. Famous last words. But we're going to do exactly the same over here, but for Tekken instead. Now, fortunately, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we know this, it's easy to do. So let me do this here. So we want to run a belt in. So we need a couple more of those. So I need more xenoferrite. So let me yank the xenoferrite from these guys. Boom. And we also need to come over here to wherever the is, which is here. I've dug a hole ready for putting stuff in, so we should be okay for that. Let's go away over to that. Dropping the tree down on my head as we go. That's fine. That's fine. We're a big robot. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. It's here. So camera's going to be, that's where the stuff comes out. Dug down by 2. Didn't really mean to level it up with this one over here. I was just kind of digging. Nice. Dug a tunnel because that was I wanted to go down to be lower in the Tekken. So okay, nice and easy. We want to run power over here as well, but that's fine. We can run the power via these guys. Oh, if I go to the right place on my list. So let's put in that. Then we'll run this along here. This along here. Oop, there you go. That should power the whole shebang. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, now I have the resources. I need more. So we want to have an input on every other one of these. Then we want to have an output. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. That is wrong. Yes, it is. Look at that. Look at that. I'm building it wrong. Building it wrong from the output. These want to be outputs because they output onto the central road. Oh dear, what a great start. What a great start. But that's okay. That's okay. And these ones wants to be the input. Okay, and then we have a balancer here. Which I haven't put any on my action bar because I don't have any. Let's build another balancer as well. So this is power. We're going to have the Tekken come over to like here somewhere. So let's remove some trees as well. Up the bar. Trees, why not? Yeah, and it will come in here. So it changes to reverse mode. So we're putting the belt in backwards, but it's not backwards. It still flows the correct direction. So missed it. Fine. Okay. So all those. So we want the balancer, which I should put on the taskbar. Something we can use a lot of. So the balancer there. Then we'll do that. Oh, there we go. Okay. you have to go as well. Some of these trees got a very large hitbox considering how small they are, but I think that because one seed can plant multiple different versions of it, it just picks the biggest hitbox for all the trees. Just to be safe, basically. Okay, so we now need some miners. So let's get 4 of them. Got 4 of them in here. This is the edge of the Tekken here, and there's that. Okay, so that's fine. Right, yep. So we want to put in 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. There's space for a 5th one if you want one, but we're not going to do that. They're going to go out and start mining, which would be awesome. And then we need to output onto these guys. These ones to be outputs, so put those in already. They don't do anything if there's no connection. They actually should tell you output no building, so there's no building for them to output from, but that's okay. So and wait for the final one to be built. There we go. Awesome. Nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm going to manage the inventory and I'm going to put that in there. Or maybe I'm not going to manage it. Hold on. What happened there? Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought I could dump it in there to get it to output, but I guess not. Okay then. In that case, let's you in there. You in there. There we go. Then as that starts going, happy, happy days. Out comes second rods. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to do to cross these over and do bits and pieces with them. I feel as if the battery is probably going to be longer than it is wider, if I'm honest with you. We're going to have belts, I think, travelling. Realistically, you want the smelters at one end and then you want to run out the factory this way. So we might do that. The factory might run this way in the forest, but we'll try and spread it out a bit. So we'll do like a factory here, leave some space so we can do things, put some space in between it, and that'll be the idea. So basically, we're going to run the cables that way. We're going to run them west. That's our power gen over here. There will be other stuff over here because there's going to be more things to mine and more things to sort out over time. So that's fine. So let's get rid of that one for the moment. And I want to do... so I don't want a main bus. That's not what we're doing here. But I do need to have these two running down. Like this. Because we need that there, and it will have to be powered because we need to transfer power around for the moment. Until we get the ability to build power lines, then we don't have to worry about it. So, but maybe I should put them all on foundation anyway, just because we can, just because we can. So yeah. There you go. Then more iron could end up over this side, more Tekken could end up over that side. We have the ability to expand them out, do whatever we want to do with them. So the iron can span out backwards and across, and so on and so forth. Steel. Steel requires ignium and xenoferrite, so maybe that'll be more over here somewhere between these two. The only thing I need to make sure I do is leave some space around here for ships to land, because the resources we have nearby right now, yes PP, I know, I'll get to you in a moment, the resources we have right now aren't going to last forever. These will eventually run out and stop working, and then we'll run out. So we need to go out and find some more. There's some here, but I can't mine that till I can get mining force research, which is a little way off yet. But as you go around the world, you will find more. You will find more. So that's the only areas we scan so far. You'll find more. Sometimes they're impractically far away to belt in. You can do it. You can run belts in. What you can do is build a little spaceship port, one there and one here, and it can lift it and fly over backwards into, which is much nicer. much nicer, much simpler. Yeah. Okay, BB.
You're right. This will provide a good supply of plates and rods. But given the task at hand, soon we might have to scale it up even further. For now, let's not get ahead of ourselves and just take a moment to celebrate this victory.
Okie dokie. Victory! Yay! I suppose it's time we go and build on the first factory, isn't it? So, I'm going to wander this way just a little bit to see what happens with the terrain. It seems to go up by one and then one. Right, it's not, there's no, it doesn't go up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what I was worried about. Down, up, down, all over the place. Not a problem, the belts can go up, down there. They're going to follow the terrain height as well. Do that. We might clear more trees out than you think would be necessary, but we can replant them. So, you know, like here, for instance, there's a, so I've done some space here, so I can go do a tropical rainforest seed, and let's put a tree in there. And then that tree will grow up in this, into this space here. And we can do the same again. Let's change this to be a short, stubby one. There. But, in fact, that's got a smaller hitbox in that one, so I guess they don't do that. I guess they do it via... Oh, there you go. And let some trees grow up around the factory again. Might have to come in and remove them again later because they're in the way, because we want to do other things with the base. So yeah, but yeah, so that tree is growing slowly. See, this tree here is growing wherever I happen to put it. I don't remember. There it is. Slowly gets bigger over time. They literally grow. They don't grow in stages. They just enlarge slowly to the full size, which is an interesting way of doing it. So yeah, rah. Okay. So the first factory we want to build is going to be probably this one. I'm not going to do factories to make the components because we're not putting them on the bus. We're not doing that. Every factory is individual. So the first actual thing we want to be making, well, technically I suppose conveyor belts and stuff, but I feel like science is going to be a good idea. The problem with the science one is that it needs to be big. It needs to be very big, because it's going to want to have this one factory is going to want to have multiple different. It's going to have all the different science packs in it, and there are 5, maybe 6 different science packs. So wherever I choose to put it, it needs to have plenty of space around it. There's an unknown resource there. Know what that is? Those little dots on the floor there, they are ways down to the lava area. But if I was to put it, say, here, for instance, it would have to. We need to make sure there's plenty of space around it. So yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's go over to that and have a look on the surface. See, it might be olumite. It might be something else. That's right here. Let's see. There's nothing. Nothing on the surface. It could be deep down as well. It could be mineral rock underground. It could be many things. But if it's underground, not on the surface, that's fine. We can build on top of it, and then we just dig down and mine underneath it. So, so I think that's probably going to be the idea. So the belt's going to come along this way. We do need power to come along. So let's just pick an arbitrary here. Here seems like a good place. Where between these 2 trees? Between these 2 trees here. I can't get between these 2 trees. I can get between these 2 trees. Nice. But we need more than one belt coming in here anyway. So, yeah. So, get rid of you. And let's just pick a place, shall we? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Use that. I kind of want they don't want to come into the center of the building. I kind of want them to come into like the corner of the building, and this might have many different inputs coming into it as well, because well, I say many. It's going to need steel and other bits and pieces as well, and concrete and so on and so forth. It's going to have to have concrete inside it. We'll just run the we'll have to figure that one out. So here seems like a good place. Let's just do it here. Let's just do it here. So, boom. Let's dig down. And, I'm going past this tree here. Nice. I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to put in as well. The research is not linear, as in it's not like you make one research pack and it runs one machine. The research is timed. It's the best way to describe it. Let me explain this. So we want to do mining drill speed. So it requires 50 packs and it takes 15 seconds to use one pack. So if we build a machine to that, so we want to make one pack every 15 seconds, that means we need two, because they make 2 a minute, which is one every 30 seconds. So we need 2 machines. That's fine. But then if we come to researching, say, the inventory, that's one every 20 seconds. That's 3 a minute, not 2 a minute or 4 a minute. So you have to kind of pick and choose what speed you want to run at. Generally, I try to go, I think I go 2 to 1. I aim for 30 seconds because a large majority of them are 30 seconds. Some are 45, some are slower, some are 15, 20, which is faster. But generally, we'll go with, so I'll do, I want to make one pack every 30 seconds, which is basically 1 to 1. It's one assembler for one science center. And I'm not sure why, but in every playthrough I've done so far, I usually do 4, which is weird. Like 4 science centers to 4 assemblers. So maybe we'll go with that. Some of these buildings are going to be absolute spaghetti inside as well. Pre-warning. Some of them are going to be absolute spaghetti. That's just the way it's going to go. So I don't want to build walls and stuff around it, so it wants to be an actual factory, not just a platform on the ground. It's going to be a platform on the ground for a minute. We haven't unlocked any decor, so but I want to make sure that I know that we want to be putting walls in. So this is the edge of the wall here. So yeah. Right. So what do we want? We want an assembler. The bare minimum is an assembler and the science center, which is not on me. Oh, the science center is over by the ignimum, isn't it? Yes. Yoink. Science center goes down here, or research center I should say. There you go. None of it's powered because it needs power from the floor, which means we're going to have to mine out more area, which means I'm going to destroy that tree. That's okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stick to the contours of the world as well. So we'll mine along, and if it goes up, we will go up with it. Okay, but we're going to go up sort of into it, so blah, 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 like that. And so then what I want to do is I want to have the get rid of those there, and then go up like that. So the ramp is kind of halfway in between. I know this is so yeah. So we're trying to make it look smooth if possible, if it's as smooth as possible. Making me 100 ramps. Once we get the factories going, this will be an absolute easier. So it looks like we're going past that tree as well. Excellent. There it is. It's not going to work like this because we're going to have multiple belts coming in here. So having one belt isn't really going to work unless we choose to go up with it instead of along, which we could do, I suppose, technically. Oop. Oop. Yeah, that should have powered everything now. You want to be making science packs, which requires machine parts and tech and rods. So we need machine parts and tech and rods. So 2 lines are going to come in here. Then we need to expand this out because it's not going to work that way. We need to remove that. Although, yeah, remove that. Okay, put in another machine there. You're actually going to go with making machine parts. You're going to go with making science packs. Okay, and then the science packs will go on the end. This is possibly the worst way I could build this building. If I'm honest, there is no expandability in this building if I do it this way. However, right now, I don't care. Right now, I don't care. We're going to oh, I need to pick up some of those. We're just going to go with it like this. So we want to go you want to have iron plates going in. You want to have whatever comes out of this one going in, and you want to have ignium, so you need the longer one as an input there. Okay, and then you need an output and you need an input, and then on the back I'm going to do an input on that one. Oh, I need another one. I've run out of iron plates. Also, I'm putting the belt in the center there, but that's not where the belt goes. The belt's going to go left and right of that. So, need an output there. So this one is plates that come in. We're going to have to remove one of these trees. Okay. This one is going to be Tekken that comes in, and then we do that. Okay, so which side was which side? Your iron plates. So you come down here. Drill into this a little bit here now. Give me enough one of those. So you want to be iron plates. You want to go into there. So we want to have a couple of balancers. So we want to have a balancer there. Okay, and then that goes down there, and then that goes on there. Then we're going to have Tekken, which means we're going to have to remove this great big tree here. That's fine, we can always replant them. Remove that one, remove that one. We do get a greenhouse later on, so we can create more seeds as well, so don't worry if you use up all your seeds when you're doing stuff, it's fine. So you come to here, and what I should realistically do is... Well, this needs to jump over and go over to there. So it needs to raise up, doesn't it? Yep. Okay, so the balancers are only one tile tool, yet the inputs and outputs are two tile tools. Why would you do that? So we want to have a couple more ramps. We want to go up, put a balancer in there, come back down. You would go this way. Down again. and then do that. And there we go. I cannot now access anything on that balancer, which is a little annoying, if I'm honest. Nothing is going to come out of this and back onto the bus, so we don't have to worry about that so much. But what I might want to do is, like, I might want to prioritize this. So let's prioritize this. All the rest, I think I'm going to have just be like balanced. But when it comes to the science, I want to prioritize. I want science first. Always make sure we run the science first. And when we make bots, which we'll do in a moment, which our next task is to make some bots, they will actually have a low priority. So we only make bots. So basically, these toggle output priorities basically mean that, you know, first and foremost, fill this bit up. Then when this one backs up, it will do this one. If I switch it the other way, it will do the bus first, the main line first, and then so what I want to do is make sure that for priority things like science, we fill the belt. Everything else can just be balanced, but bots, I want to make sure we fill the line first, and then once the line's backed up and everything's done on the factory wise, whatever the factory's doing, then bot makers get there. And the reason for that is that bots are a constant use. You constantly buy them and sell them, so they're a constant drain on your system. So I want them to be the lowest priority, even though we do need the money and things like later on. They are a priority, you need them. If I make them a lower priority on the belts, that means the rest of the factory gets things. So when we come to expand the factory, we can go, oh, we actually have got conveyor belts and things because they were being made. So yay. Okay, so we are researching drilling speed there. We did build a space station terminal. Let's put that in anywhere for the moment. I'm just going to put it in there. We repaired the hangar bay. Okay, so that was done. And we need to buy a small cargo ship and task it with planetary shipping. We need to place a shipping pad, and we need to deliver bots to stations. Now, we haven't actually made any bots yet, so that's going to have to come along later, I think. But this is working, and we are, as you can see, researching away. We're not actually producing enough research to keep up with this, so it's going to be idle for some time, because you are making 2 a minute, which is 1 every 30 seconds, and you want twice that amount. But that's okay, because as I explained earlier, because of the way timings works, we'll just leave it like this, and it'll take a bit longer to do. That'll be fine. So let's leave this here. Let's come back next time, and we will carry on from there. This is not the final form of this building at all. It's going to be completely torn down and rebuilt, but I'm not going to get into that until we get Science Pack 2s. We're a little bit, we are close to Science Pack 2, so that's why I'm not going to invest in this right now. But we'll get Science Pack 2s, we'll build this better, and make it have some form of expandability, hopefully, and we carry on from there. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun. Yes, I do know there's a ladder up there. We're going to leave the ladder up there, so everyone knows exactly where we are.